Hi, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to our little, I don't know what we call them, these little series of 10-minute videos that we've been
They're
doing
kind of
every day
coffee
to promote
clutches.
the coffee clutches. Coffee clutches. Okay, I'm clutching my coffee. Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, welcome. And my name's Mark Hain, and I'm here with my co-host, my partner in crime, Gene Howard. Gene, how are you?
I'm doing really well. The sun's out, it's shining, it's bitter cold. I'm loving life.
Nice, nice. It's so funny that you said that because, one of the things that we were talking about recently was this thing about what makes me happy. And I can't tell you that,
Mm,
this idea of,
yeah.
of being creative and making something that I know will serve always makes me happy. Which brings me to why are we here? We're talking about the Audacious Leaders Summit. So, Gene, for those people who haven't seen our videos yet, all this week, what is the Audacious Leaders Summit?
Well, the Audacious Leaders Summit is an opportunity, a 2-day opportunity for people who really want to up their game, who want to understand how to run their business better or how to manage their employees or their colleagues, their team better, or just they want to grow personally. It's an opportunity to hear experts from 20 different places. 20 different experts talk about what they know and what they offer. And the great thing about this, unlike many other summits, is this isn't a sales pitch. This is about real, meaty, takeaway, actionable stuff that we offer you. And if you want to follow up with any of these speakers, we sure encourage it because they're all just experts in their field. And all this is done virtually, just like this. So you can sit at home with your feet up, with your dog on your lap, with your coffee in hand for those 2 days and listen to what we have to offer. I think it's going to be like drinking from a fire hose. So instead of forcing people to really understand all of this in a period of 48 hours, we're also giving the opportunity to go back to these sessions and listen to the recordings and contact the speakers separately to follow up with anything. So I'm really excited about the content that's being offered. It's so valuable.
Yeah,
And what
It's amazing how, Gene, because this morning somebody had posted something about the summit, and so I did a quick calculation, and I realized that in June of 2019, I went to a conference. Between the conference fee, the hotel, the travel, and the car rental,
mm,
I spent over $6,300 to go to a 2-day conference, and the speakers were not as good as the speakers we have coming to this summit.
yeah.
Like they have like keynotes,
Wow.
like when you go to a conference, they have an opening
Yeah.
keynote, a lunchtime keynote, and so maybe you get 3 really spectacular speakers, and then the rest of them is, yeah, I'd like to talk about the social and political ramifications of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And it's like, where's the life, right? But the people that
Right.
we have coming to our summit are absolute professionals in their game, in their field, and oh my goodness, the breadth of knowledge is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
it
I get
is.
giddy.
So I'm hearing. And one of the opportunities here is for people who have professionals who have a business or are operating within a business whose company doesn't offer training. And even if your company does offer training, this is so complementary to anything that is company or entity specific. Especially, there's so many people, the great resignation, who have started their own business or out there, working with their best friend and creating commerce in one way or another. Just knowing they have passion in their heart, they don't want to give their pearls, if you will, to somebody else and work for someone else. So they've decided to work for themselves. And in so doing, they're encountering all kinds of, ooh, I've never thought about this before. They're encountering obstacles they didn't even know existed. And the speakers that we have, so many of them will help those people, those solopreneurs, small business people, early managers, identify the obstacles and get over them.
Yeah.
And what we're offering is an opportunity for people to examine not what they believe in their values nor their job, but how they're behaving and behaving for a way that allows them to experience more freedom, more happiness, more creativity, and balanced out life.
Nothing is more frustrating, I don't think, for any professional than to work in a silo. And unfortunately, that's a thing we do to ourselves. We kind of get into the down and dirty of what we're doing. And it's interesting the way you're talking about, because if you've ever felt like I can't find the staff that I need, or I can't keep the staff that I
Mm.
need, or I don't know how to attract the customers that I want, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong in my business to really launch me up. Well, this is why we created this summit, to be able to kind of open up those blinders so you can see more of the world than just what's in front of you in your business. So it's exciting. And what we have coming up, one of these experts that we have is Jane Halford is coming. And Jane talks about what it's like to change over your leadership. So for instance, if you're a general manager and you're moving on, or you're an owner and you're doing succession planning because, maybe your time to retire, or you are an owner of a business and you know that it's time to turn over your leadership. Well, every time you lose a leader in a business, every single time it creates uncertainty for not only
Right.
the employees, but for the
Yeah.
customers and for the business as a whole. How many times have you
Right.
seen somebody's stock plummet because they lost, Sir John or
That's right.
whatever the guy's name is, right? And so Jane is going to be talking about how to effectively transition your leadership in a way that you get rid of the fear, you get rid of the uncertainty, and your leader will stay longer. I couldn't believe that 40% of leaders who get into a new role leave within 18 months.
Oh my
40%.
goodness.
It's
Because they're
ridiculous.
overwhelmed. Yeah,
It's
they're
all
not
sorts.
ready for it.
Yeah,
And
it's
family planning, family businesses are, I mean, this is really important for family businesses. And it's important for not just the leader who's stepping out, but also the new leaders coming up to say, oh, let me get a different perspective. Let me see what I need to know or how I need to go about taking over the leadership.
and
So
how
this
do I
is
adapt to my culture? I'm coming into a new
right,
culture. How do I adapt, and how does the culture adapt to me? So
right,
Jane's going to be
right.
talking a lot about, and I'm super excited that for this
Yeah.
time you're doing a session.
I
Yay!
know. And the thing that just lights me up so much and has since I was a child, frankly, is helping people to find their gifts and their talents and have the courage just to live into that. And I so believe in my life, in my coaching, is that as people use what they have creativity, big picture, little picture, detailed stuff, whatever it is that they have been blessed with or that they just have innately, when they start using it, it just brings on incredible results. And I have a younger brother who's 5 years younger. And if you were to talk to him, you would say, oh my goodness, she is so about this. She gave me a book every year for my birthday about how to discover who I really was. So I'm excited about this because so many of us end up in the wrong job. And it takes a lot of courage to not conform. You know, everybody else on the team or everybody else in my group, it works for a corporation and I'm not going to, and I'm going to do this. Or everyone else sees themselves as a CEO. I don't have that kind of vision, but I am incredible with numbers.
Mhm.
So I am really happy being a controller. So it's just embracing who you are. So I'm excited to talk about it. As I said, I've been talking about it for many years, and I could tell stories about my own journey, about other people's journey. And in this time of real pivoting to different value systems, if you will, where money isn't necessarily the mark of success, but happiness is the mark of success and contentment and good relationships, it is just such a prime time to really embrace this thing of who am I? Am I in the right place? And how do I get the courage to express that and live it?
And take
So,
it one
thanks.
step further as a leader. Well, let me just pose that as a question as we wrap up here. As a leader, do you have people in your organization who have more capacity, more capabilities than their
Mm,
job description allows? Because as a leader, your best asset that you can do, or the best structure you could do, is to tap into those passions. My name
Right.
is Mark Hain.
Yeah. I'm Jean Howard.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you soon.